Remember this, leading and leaving well is as holy as starting strong. Because takeoff and landing, how you leave and how you begin are the riskiest and the most rewarding parts of your future. So start this next season, not with hurry, but with humility, not with pressure, but with purpose, not with speed, but with stewardship. I hope you caught that. The best way to begin something new is to begin by listening. Are you ready to unlock growth, build resilience, and confidently take the next step in leadership, career, and faith? Welcome to The Next Move. I'm Orvin Kimbrough, a CEO, author, and leader with a passion for helping people and organizations thrive. My journey from foster care to CEO has fueled my mission to help professionals scale their confidence, leadership, and influence through mindset shifts, expanded networks, and bold action. Each week, I'll share reflections ripped straight from my blog to inspire and empower you with actionable insights. Let's get started and make your next move your best move. You ever notice how when you step into something new, whether it's a job, a relationship, a new season of life, the pressure hits fast. Everyone's watching, everyone's waiting for your first move. And somewhere inside, you feel it too. I need to prove myself, but what if that's the wrong starting point? What if your first 90 days or really any new beginning aren't about proving yourself, but perceiving what's happening around you? Because leadership and life isn't a sprint, it's a rhythm. And if you start with listening, you lead with wisdom. Did you catch that? The pace you start with often becomes the posture you lead with. Welcome back to The Next Move. This is the last episode of the season. This is the podcast where we explore faith, leadership, and personal growth to help you take your next step with purpose and confidence. Folks, I'm your host, Orvin Kimbrough. I'm so glad you're here. Today, I want to talk about one of the most important and often misunderstood seasons in leadership and life, the first 90 days, whether you're stepping into a new job, leading a new team, or even entering a new year. What you do, and what you don't do in those first 90 days can shape everything that follows. How you leave a thing, and how you start a thing matters. It's like flight, takeoff and landing. They are the riskiest moments, but also the most defining for your future. When I first stepped into a top leadership role, I remember that tension clearly. Everyone wanted to know, what's your plan? There was this quiet expectation: move fast, make decisions, show strength. And I did what a lot of leaders do. I hit the ground running. I made changes. I spoke confidently. And on the surface, things look good. But here's the thing: speed can hide sight. Speed can hide sight. When you move too fast, you miss what's really shaping the culture beneath you. James 1:19 reminds us, be quick to listen, slow to speak. That's not just theology, that's timeless leadership strategy. Because when you rush to act, you often skip the step of discernment. You missed the undercurrents, the loyalties, the fears, and untold stories that reveal how people really feel. And if you skip those, you end up leading from assumption, not awareness. Over the years, I've counseled a lot of new leaders, and I always give the same advice. Spend your first month not fixing, but learning. Sit with people at every level. Listen at every table, the boardroom and the break room. Ask 3 questions. Number 1, what's working here? Number 2, what frustrates you most? And number 3, if you could change one thing, what would it be? When I joined the bank, that's exactly what I did. I didn't walk in with a script. I walked in with curiosity, and curiosity opened doors. People started to tell me the truth, the good, the bad, and the things they'd stop mentioning because no one had asked. That kind of listening builds trust. It builds relational equity. And people who feel seen don't just follow you, they partner with you. They shift from compliance to commitment. Did you catch that? They shift from compliance to commitment. Listening doesn't slow leadership down. Folks, it deepens it. So here's a simple framework I use with new leaders, a way to reimagine your first 90 days. Phase one, observe before you orchestrate. Spend your first 30 days just watching. Don't fix, don't assume. Notice energy, notice posture, and notice patterns. Phase two, ask before you act. In the next 30 days, start asking deeper questions that reveal why, not just what. Why do we do it this way? What's working? What's not? Phase three, align before you announce. In your final 30 days in this 90-day sprint, test your early ideas with trusted people. Don't surprise your team, involve them. When you lead this way, you don't just build trust, you earn it. You make decisions rooted in relationship, not reaction. And that's what makes trust last beyond the honeymoon period. Because every leader's first 90 days can make or break the next 900. I once had a mentor tell me, don't try to lead a system. Don't try to lead a system you haven't taken time to understand. Whew, that was a mic drop. That struck me, and it stuck with me because real leadership doesn't begin with a playbook. It begins with presence. You can't transform what you haven't taken time to truly see. You can't heal what you refuse to feel. So maybe your next move isn't to speak louder or act faster. Maybe it's to pause. Maybe it's to listen. Maybe it's to trust that clarity will come in the quiet. The first 90 days aren't about showing how strong you are. They're about showing how steady you can be. And steady leaders don't just survive transitions, they redefine them. Did you catch that? Steady leaders don't just survive transitions, they redefine them. Strong leaders move fast. Wise leaders move with rhythm. You need to catch that too. Wise leaders move with rhythm. So let me ask you, where in your life do you need to pause and listen before acting? Maybe you're stepping into a new job, a new partnership, or a new chapter altogether. Slow down. Slow up, ask better questions. Listen, not just to words, but to tone, to body language and silence, because the leaders who listen deeply lead longer, love stronger, and leave legacies that last. Your first 90 days or your next 90 days are not about speed. They're about relationships. They're about stewardship. How you begin and how you end a season will always tell the truth about what you value. Thanks for listening to The Next Move. I'm Orvin Kimbrough, and if today's episode resonated with you in any way, share it. I hope today's reflection reminded you that transitions aren't about proving yourself. They're about positioning yourself. This episode resonated. Again, I want to encourage you, share it with someone who is navigating a new season. And if you'd like to go deeper, visit orvinkimbrough.com and subscribe to my premium blog for weekly reflections on faith, leadership, and growth. Until next time, remember this: leading and leaving well is as holy as starting strong. Because takeoff and landing, how you leave and how you begin are the riskiest and the most rewarding parts of your future. So start this next season not with hurry, but with humility, not with pressure, but with purpose, not with speed, but with stewardship. I hope you caught that. The best way to begin something new is to begin by listening. Make today great. Thank you for tuning in to The Next Move. I hope today's reflection inspired you to take the next step in your leadership, career, or faith journey. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who might need a little encouragement this week. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you'd like more reflections or resources, visit orvinkimbrough.com or theaccidentalbanker.com. Until next time, remember, every step you take brings you closer to thriving. Let's keep moving forward together.